Yeah, we've had some of these, and I don't usually make a big deal out of it. I just file in federal court against it. We had our YouTube channel taken down, and I just went and did the federal filing. And then it went back up because it is a bluff. It is a fraud. I mean, we're allowed to play a 1-minute clip of Michael Reagan saying, murder 9/11 truthers, I will give you weapons, I will give you bullets, I will give you money, kill Mark Dice. We're allowed to play a clip of him and say, look at this criminal saying murder us. And that's fair use, and that's the end of it.
Yep. And so, again, that's the power of having a platform to speak as a business, an impressive sounding business, that you can just bluff people. And they threaten people with lawsuits, but since it's so expensive, they seldom follow through.
Absolutely. Well, I tell you, sir, we just commend the work you're doing in the 3-4 minutes we've got left with you. Any other key points that you want to get across to the audience? And, well, I have one more question before we plug Cryptome.org and have people support it. So you agree with me. I mean, obviously you're doing the research, so you already know the facts. I mean, they're openly floating the idea of shutting down freedom on the web and having a few thousand websites you can visit under Internet 2. The Cybersecurity Act that passed the House says that ISPs down to 100 service customers, tiny ISPs, will take all the orders from the feds and install their hardware and software that they're going to recruit the youth and the college students into this new grand army. It's like a new drug war they're launching or something to, quote, defend the Internet. CNN runs fear pieces about how the Internet's going to be attacked. Clearly the preparatory phase for them launching a false flag. What's your take on that?
Well, it's coming, and at the risk of being my favorite term, a conspiracy nut, I think that you cannot be paranoid enough about what the government is doing, and they always make fun of it to try to demean it, but I say that we're not nearly suspicious enough. I don't think that the underwear bomber was as innocent as it sounds, and I think that more of that will come out. I think there are false flag operations going on, and if you watch how these agencies and governments work around the world over the last 1,000 years, these are not unusual agent provocateur operations. They actually provoke incidents in order to justify increase of their own authority.
You're a fellow Texan, I just learned. We're proud of other great Texans out there.
Well, I miss it a lot. I wish I was still down there, but I'm not. Grew up in Odessa.
How much of your time do you spend on this versus architecture?
It's about 50-50, depending on what's going on. A little slow in the field right now, and so it varies. But I've been doing this kind of work ever since I got out of college.
What got you into this?
Well, I started doing this, what we call public service work, right after college as a way to supplement professional work, which we saw was going to be very narrow and very tailored toward our customers. And so a group of us decided to continue doing public service work on our own, unpaid, and so we're still doing it. And that's now some 40 years later. So we've been doing it a long time, long before Cryptome came along.
How do we support Cryptome.org?
Well, one is read it, use it as a resource. That's what it's there for. And we happen to offer some DVDs of the collection, but it's strictly, if you want it for your own, it's a wide open site. Everything that's on the DVD is on the site, and so it's no access charges. And so we get some money through the DVDs, but basically it's paid for by our architectural firm.
But it's good to have a hard copy, so everybody should buy these DVDs. I know a lot of people are mirroring and copying and posting doppelgangers of your site everywhere. And I think this has been a crushing defeat for Microsoft, though. I think it's safe to say, do you agree this is blown up in their face?
Yeah. I don't think they expected this. In fact, they said that. They did not expect it to happen.
That is, they didn't expect the big backlash.
That's right.
All right. Well, John Young, we really appreciate you spending time with us from Cryptome.org, and we'll talk to you again, and thank you for defending freedom.
Thank you, Alex. It's always a pleasure.
All right. Take care. There he goes.